In this video, let us discuss naming inorganic compounds. The names and chemical formulas of compounds are essential vocabulary in chemistry. The system used in naming substances is called chemical nomenclature. Galing yon sa Latin words na nomen, which means name, and calare, which means to call. There are more than 50 million known chemical substances. So, napakadami nun. And kung bibigyan natin ng unique name bawat isa is virtually impossible. And sa 50 million na yon, iilan lang naman doon ang may mga traditional names. For example, H2O for water and ammonia for NH3. But for most substances, magre-rely tayo sa set of rules na susundan natin para makapagpangalan ng mga chemical substances. Doon na pumapasok yung chemical nomenclature. So let us start with cations. Part A. Cations formed from metal atoms have the same name as the metal. For example, the Na plus ion, we know that Na is the chemical symbol for sodium, and sodium is a metal. Kaya ang pangalan ng ion na yan is simply sodium ion. Ganon din sa zinc. Zinc and aluminum are both metals. So zinc ion and aluminum ion. Madali lang yung rule 1A. Part B. Now, if a metal can form cations with different charges, the positive charge is indicated by a Roman numeral in parentheses, following the name of the metal. For example niyan, yung iron. Meron tayong Fe, 2 plus iron. Ang tawag dyan ay iron 2 ion. Yung Roman numeral number na 2, that represents the positive 2 charge of the iron. Pero ang iron kasi, transition metal yan, hindi lang yan ang kanyang ions. So may other form pa yan. For example, Fe3. So pag Fe3 plus charge, ang tawag dyan ay iron 3 ion. Same thing with copper. Merong copper 1 ion and copper 2 ion. Pero meron pa rin tayong older method na ginagamit sa pag-distinguish ng different charged ions. Ayun yung mga endings na OUS and IC. Halimbawa, yung Fe2 plus charge, so iron 2, pwede rin natin siyang tawagin na ferrous ion. Tapos yung 3 plus charge, ferric ion. So yung OUS, ginagamit yan dun sa more common ion form ng isang element. Sa copper, mas common ang copper plus. Kaya ang tawag din dyan pwedeng cuprous or cuprous ion. Kapag 2 plus naman, cupric ion. Part C. Cations formed from non-metal atoms have names that end in IUM. So meron din tayong mga cations na nanggaling sa mga non-metal. Hindi naman lahat ng cations ay metals. Halimbawa, yung NH4 plus ammonium ion, non-metal naman yung nitrogen pati yung hydrogen. Pero cations yan kasi meron niyang positive charge. Kaya ang ending name niya may IUM. Ganon din kay hydronium ion. Both hydrogen and oxygen are non-metal atoms but in its entirety have positive charge. Kaya considered pa rin tong cation. Okay, next classification tayo. Number 2, anions. Part A. The names of monatomic anions are formed by replacing the ending of the name of the element with the suffix IDE or IDE. When we say monatomic anions, ayun yung mga simple anions. Yung may single atomic form lang. Halimbawa, hydride ion. O2- naman, oxide ion. And yung N3- is nitrite ion. Pero meron din tayong mga polyatomic anions na nagtatapos sa IDE. Halimbawa, yung hydroxide ion. So, hindi lang siya isang atom, dalawa yan. May oxygen, may hydrogen. Cyanide ion, peroxide ion. Part B. Polyatomic anions containing oxygen have names ending in either -ate or -ite, and they are called oxyanions. Anong difference ng -ate at ng -ite? The 8 is used for the most common representative oxyanion of an element, and 8 is used for an oxyanion that has the same charge but one oxygen atom fewer. Halimbawa, nitrate ion. So yung nitrate ion, ayan yung most common representative ng oxyanion na yan. 3 oxygen atom. Pero let's say, bawasan natin ng oxygen, maging NO2, yung 8 magiging 8 na. So nitrite ion na yan. Kay sulfate ion naman, ang most common representative ay may 4 oxygen atoms. So sulfate ion SO4 with a charge of 2-. Tapos pag nabawasan ng isang oxygen, magiging sulfite ion SO3 with a charge of 2-. Tapos meron pa tayong mga prefix. Ginagamit yung mga prefix sa series ng oxygen ions of an element kapag nag-extend yon within 4 members, as with the halogens. The prefix per indicates one more oxygen atom than the common oxygen ion that ends in 8. Tapos hypo naman kapag one oxygen atom fewer than the oxygen ion ending in 8. Okay, mag-set tayo ng example. Halimbawa, yung chlorate ion. Ayan yung most common oxygen ion sa substance na yan. And of course, pag binawasan natin ng isang oxygen yan, chlorite yan. Ang sabi, kapag daw sinobran mo ng isang oxygen atom, yung common representative or yung nagtatapos sa 8, maglalagay ka ng per as prefix. Therefore, perchlorate ion ang tawag dyan. Tapos, galing naman sa chlorite, pag binawasan mo pa yun ng isa, mauuwi ka sa hypochlorite ion. So, ganun gamitin ang prefixes. Pero may challenge tayo rito. Paano natin malalaman kung ano ang most common oxygen ion ng isang element or substance? Ayan, nasa table natin ngayon yung mga common or the most common oxygen ion of certain elements. So sa carbon, carbonate ion, group 4A, period 2. Ang most common ion niya ay may oxygen na 3. Pati rin ang nitrate, merong 3 oxygen atoms. Pero sa period 3, yung phosphate, yung sulfate, saka yung perchlorate, ang common oxygen ion niyan ay merong 4 oxygen atoms. So ayan ang magiging basis ninyo. Diyan nyo ibibase yung mga pangalan, titignan nyo kung ano yung most common oxygen ion, yung oxygen ang pinaka-critical dito. Kasi yung oxygen ang nagbabawas dagdag. Mag-solve tayo ng sample problem. Based on the formula for the sulfate ion, predict the formula for part A, the selenate ion, and part B, the selenite ion. May hint tayo dito. Sulfur and selenium are both in group 6A. Same sila ng group or column, and therefore, mag-form yan ng analogous oxygen ions. The most common oxygen ion of the sulfate ion has 4 oxygen atoms, according sa table. Ibig sabihin, ganun din si selenate ion. Meron siyang 4 oxygen atoms. So therefore, the analogous selenate ion is SeO4 na may charge na 2-. Part B, selenite ion. Alam natin na kapag ITE, 1 oxygen atom fewer lang siya sa most common. So kung ang common natin ay may 4 oxygen, therefore the formula for the selenite ion is SeO3 with a charge of 2-. Part C. Anions derived by adding H+ ion to an oxygen ion are named by adding as a prefix the word hydrogen or dihydrogen as appropriate. Halimbawa, meron tayong carbonate ion, CO3, 2- charge. Dahil may 2- charge yan, at kapag kinumbine mo yan with hydrogen with 1+ charge, so mababawasan ang charge niyan. So meron tayo ngayong hydrogen carbonate ion. Another example, phosphate ion, PO4 na may charge na 3-. And dahil dalawa ang ating hydrogen, dihydrogen ang tawag dyan. Dihydrogen phosphate ion. Take note lang na kada nagdadagdag tayo ng H+, ay nare-reduce yung negative charge ng parent anion by 1. Number 3. Ionic compounds. The names of ionic compounds consist of the cation name followed by the anion name. So halimbawa, meron tayong CaCl2. So ang gagawin natin dito, dahil alam natin na ionic compound yan, combination ng metal and non-metal, paghiwalay natin. So yung CaCl2, pag dinecompose natin yan into ions, meron tayong Ca2+ and Cl-. Alam natin na ang Ca2+, kung paano magpangalan ng metal ions. So calcium ion lang yan. Tapos yung Cl- naman, chloride yan. Kaya pag pinag-combine, calcium chloride. Next, meron tayong Al, parenthesis NO3, and then another 3. Pag pinaghiwalay natin yan, meron tayong Al3+, and then nitrate na ion. So pag pinag-combine natin, aluminum ion and nitrate ion, so meron tayong aluminum nitrate. Tapos meron tayo ditong copper and chlorate. So yung copper natin ay may 2+ charge at ang chlorate ay merong 1- charge. Kaya ang combined name ay copper 2 perchlorate or cupric perchlorate. Let us try this set of problems. Now let us try this problem. Write the chemical formulas for part A. We have K2SO4. Pag dinecompose natin yan, meron tayong K1+, that's potassium ion, and then sulfate ion. Kaya ang combined name ay potassium sulfate. Next, we have Ba, and then OH, and then subscript of 2. Pag dinecompose natin yan, meron tayong cation ion na Ba2+, that's barium ion, another metal. And then yung anion natin, that's hydroxide. Kaya kapag pinag-combine, meron tayong barium hydroxide. Next, FeCl3. So pag dinecompose, we have Fe3+ cation. So that's iron 3 or ferric ion. And then meron tayong Cl- or simply chloride ion. Kaya ang combined name ay iron 3 chloride or ferric chloride. Ngayon, try naman natin ipabaliktad. Write the chemical formulas for part A. Meron naman tayong name, potassium sulfide. So una, ang cation natin ay si potassium ion. At alam natin na ang charge ng potassium ion ay plus. Next, sa anion, sulfide ion, that's S2-. Therefore, the resulting compound is potassium sulfide. Alam nyo na dapat ang process niyan, na-discuss na yan natin. Yung superscript ng cation ay yun na magiging subscript ng anion. Tapos yung superscript ng anion ay yun yung magiging subscript ng cation. Palitan lang. Next, part B. Itong part B medyo challenging to. So mag-start tayo sa ating cation. Meron tayong calcium ion. And that's Ca with a charge of 2+. Next, hindi kayo pwedeng dumiretso sa hydrogen carbonate. Carbonate muna kayo. So, si carbonate ion ay merong form na CO3 with a charge of 2-. Tapos, after kay carbonate, dyan yung nalalagyan ng H+ or ng hydrogen plus ion. So, we have hydrogen carbonate ion and that is HCO3 na may charge na 1-. And pag-combine natin yung hydrogen carbonate ion at yung calcium ion. Therefore, we have Ca, parenthesis HCO3, and then 2. Next is nickel 2 perchlorate. The nickel 2 ion is Ni with a charge of 2+. Ang perchlorate ion is ClO4 1-. Kaya pag pinag-combine natin yan, the nickel 2 perchlorate is Ni, parenthesis ClO4, and then 2. Names and formulas of acids. Acids are an important class of hydrogen-containing compounds, and they are named in a special way. And for our discussion purposes, let's define what is an acid. An acid is a substance whose molecules yield hydrogen ions or H+ ions when dissolved in water. Every time na makaka-encounter kayo ng chemical formula for an acid, mapapansin nyo na it is written with H as the first element. Halimbawa, yung hydrochloric acid, HCl. So, lagi nauuna si H because that is for the hydrogen ion. Rule number 1. Acids containing anions whose names end in IDE are named by changing that IDE to IC. And also, we will add the prefix hydro to the anion name and then following the word acid. Halimbawa, ang anion natin ay chloride, Cl-. Ang corresponding acid niya ay hydrochloric acid. So, yung IDE, pinalitan natin ng IC and nagdagdag tayo ng prefix na hydro. Another one, sulfide, S2-. Ang corresponding acid ay H2S. Yung charge ng sulfide ay 2-, ibig sabihin, dalawang H plus ions ang kailangan para ma-neutralize yan. Kaya dalawa ang H natin sa acid. H2S, hydrosulfuric acid. Rule number 2. Acids containing anions whose names end in ate or ite are named by changing ate to IC and ite to OUS and then adding the word acid. Prefixes in the anion name are retained in the name of the acid. Halimbawa, balikan natin yung anions natin. Chlorate. Ito yung common anion para sa substance na to. So, yung ClO4 perchlorate, yung ClO2 chloride, and ClO hypochlorite. Ngayon, lahat yan pwedeng mag-interact sa hydrogen ions. And ang corresponding acids nila ay, first sa perchlorate, ang corresponding acid ay perchloric. Sa chlorate, ang corresponding acid ay chloric. Sa chlorite, ang corresponding acid ay chlorous. And sa hypochlorite, hypochlorous ang acid. Ngayon, mag-solve tayo ng sample problems. Name the following acids. Start tayo kay acid A, HCN. Yung HCN, combination yan ng hydrogen H plus ion at ng Cn- or cyanide ion. Cyanide, nag-e-end siya sa IDE. Ibig sabihin, papalitan natin yun ng IC and magdadagdag tayo ng hydro as prefix. Therefore, the name of this acid is hydrocyanic acid. Part B. We have HNO3. Alam natin na combination ito ng hydrogen ion, H+, and ng NO3- or nitrate. According to rule number 2, kapag meron tayong anion na nag-e-end sa 8, papalitan natin yun ng IC. Therefore, this is a nitric acid. Next, part C, we have H2 and SO4. Alam natin na combination yan ng dalawang H+ at ng sulfate ion. Ang sulfate ion ay SO4 na may charge na 2-. And dahil meron tayong sulfate, ATE, ibig sabihin ang acid form ay sulfuric acid. Next, part D. H2SO3. Itong acid na to ay na-form by combining 2 H+ ions and SO3 2-. Ang SO3 ay sulfite ion. So, ibig sabihin, ang acid form ay sulfurous acid. Names and formulas of binary molecular compounds. Sa lahat ng na-discuss natin so far, I think ito yung pinakamadali. When we say molecular compounds, of course, hindi ito ionic. And most likely, ito ay compounds composed of non-metal elements. Meron tayong 4 basic rules dyan. Number 1, the name of the element farther to the left or closer to the metals is usually written first. An exception occurs when the compound contains oxygen and chlorine, bromine, or iodine, or any halogen except fluorine. Rule number 2, if both elements are in the same group, the lower one is named first. Rule number 3. The name of the second element is given an IDE ending. And rule number 4. Greek prefixes. And rule number 4. Greek prefixes are used to indicate the number of atoms of each element. So, mag-set tayo ng example. Let's start with NF3. So, we have 1 nitrogen and 3 fluorine atoms. Both of them are nonmetals, kaya pasok to dito sa may category na to, molecular binary compounds. According sa rule number 4, kapag isa lang ang atom sa first element, hindi mo na kailangan gamitan ng mono. So yung N na yan, baka lagyan nyo ng mono nitrogen, hindi, nitrogen lang yan. And then, paano yung sa pangalawa? Meron kang 3 fluorine. I-apply natin first yung rule number 3. Sabi, yung the name of the second element, lalagyan mo ng IDE. So magiging fluoride yan. Tapos, apply also the rule number 4. Anong prefix niyan? 3 ang fluorine mo, kaya meron kang trifluoride. So this is nitrogen trifluoride. P4S10. The first element, meron tayong 4. So pasok ang tetra dyan. So that's tetraphosphorus. And yung pangalawa, that's sulfur and meron tayong 10 atoms. So it means we have to use the prefix deca. And lalagyan natin ng IDE. So that becomes decasulfide. We have tetraphosphorus decasulfide. Next, we have Cl2O. So we have 2 chlorine atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Kapag dalawa ang atoms, we use the prefix di. So that's dichlorine and we have 1 oxygen. Tapos, yung oxygen naman na yan, hindi naman siya first element. Kaya applicable ang mono. So that's monoxide. Again, IDE. Last, we have N2O4. 2 nitrogen, so that's dinitrogen. And 4 oxygen, so that becomes tetroxide. Applicable ang rule number 4 dito. Sabi kapag ang first letter ng second element ay vowel, tatanggalin mo yung A sa tetra. So itutuloy mo lang siya, tetroxide. Hindi tetraoxide.